Trained down at Grady Hospital in Atlanta, and so unfortunately I know gunshot wounds very well. So this is actually one of the most tragic things I've ever seen, though, by far.
Doctor, what happened? You were working last night?
Yes, I'm still working currently.
What happened? How did this kind of start to come into the emergency room?
Sure. So at about 1 o'clock we received a phone call that alerted us that there had been a shooting in the area and that we should be on notice. We immediately activated our disaster protocol, which actually includes getting folks to come in. So that includes opening up operating rooms, additional staff, getting custodial staff to come in, getting anybody and everybody who we think is going to be integral to this, our support staff, our social workers, and then we had our surgeons downstairs, our resident physicians, interns, nurses. Everyone really came together to make this a team effort, and we started seeing patients right at about 1:15.
What kind of injuries were you seeing right away?
It's interesting. We actually had patients coming in by police car, by ambulance, by private car, and they were just literally showing up to our ambulance bay. We would assess them at the door, and then we would wheel them into our resuscitation bay if they're critically ill, or triage them to another part of our emergency department. It is, I've worked in some very big emergency departments, and it was a tremendous outpouring of support from the University of Colorado staff, and then it was absolutely an amazing feat, even from the police officers and the paramedics and everyone on scene, to actually bring everybody to us as quickly as possible. We had a completely full emergency department right before this, and we were still able to actually take care of those patients and then actually take care of our 22 patients that actually came in today.
22 patients?
22 patients. Age ranges are 3 months to 45 years of age. Our 3-month-old has fortunately been discharged home in the care of his or her parents and is actually doing well at this time. But we've only discharged 3 folks. We've got 9 critically ill patients currently. Those nine patients are either in the intensive care unit right now or in the operating room.
Can you describe what kind of
the injuries really kind of go all over the place, so anywhere from mild to severe. I would say more on the severe spectrum is what we actually were able to see. And that's anywhere from gunshot wounds to the head, to the chest, to the belly, to the legs, pretty much anything and everything you could ever think of.
Are these all gunshot wounds, or are they a variety of injuries as well?
It's hard to assess at this point. What we can say is that a vast majority of them were gunshot wounds, and they were enough to actually really make these patients very critically ill.
Doctor, how long have you been a doctor for?
So I've been a doctor since 2003.
You've never had an ambulance?
No. This has actually been one of the most horrific nights I've ever had to work on a Thursday night, not something that you would expect. And all I can say is that we have set up a hotline for our patients and their families and friends. So if anyone needs to get information to see if maybe their family or friend may have come to the University Hospital, we obviously can't release a lot of medical information at this point, but we can at least let you know if we've been able to treat somebody. And that phone number is 720-848-2626. Again, that's 720-848-2626. We are doing our best to take care of everybody who's coming in the door. So if there's folks out there who haven't been seen by a physician and need to be, obviously our doors are wide open, and we want to make sure that we can care for our community.
Is your emergency room still open for other patients now? Is it so full? Are you on divert? What's going on?
We are always open. 24/7, 365 days a year, we're always open.